Good day. Today, our group will be showing you on how we make our database.
In creating a database, we have to open our MS Access, of course, and we have here the blank database. So let's use this one, and our file name is database system. Alright, as you can see, we have to create a table. The first table that our group plans to make is the student details or the student's profile. So here in this table, we the field name are the student ID, the first name, the last name, and the middle name of the student, including the date of birth and etc. After inputting the field name, setting up of the data type. Just for example, for the date of birth, we're going to set it into the date or time. And for the status, let's have the lookup wizard. We will use this one and type the single married and widowed. Then after we click the finish, we have to check if the changes are made. Alright, so as you can see, we have here the choices, which is the single, married, and widowed. Alright, we are done with our first table. Let's create another table. And in this second table, it is the instructor's profile or instructor's details. It is same as the student details, which we have here the instructor's personal information, such as the first name, last name, middle name, and the date of birth. Alright, and after inputting those field name of the instructor's table, it's time to setting up the data type. Same as what we do on the student name. In the student table. Alright, so after the instructor's table, let's have the class table, wherein it includes the field name of the class ID, the course code, subject code, and description. Of course, we were going to include the description, the instructor's name, time in, and time out. After inputting the field name, we are going to setting up its data. In creating our table, we have the field name time in and time out. So that means we have to set our data type. So as you can see, we have here the lookup wizard, and we have to type the working hours, which is from 8 a.m. up until 5 p.m. for the time in. After setting our hours, let's click this next, then have its name time in and finish. After setting up the time in data type, let's proceed to time out. So let's do the same thing. Let's set the hours, the working hours from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. It is for time out. Then let's click finish. Then let's save this one, and let's try to check our time in and time out in datasheet view. Okay, so as you can see, we have here the choices. So let's create our table now. Let's name this one subject, or table for subject. Okay, for our next table, we have here the course. A table for course. We have its field name. Course code. And the course name, of course. The course abbreviation. Alright, so let's set its data type, each data type. Alright, we're done with this one. Let's save it. Admission. We have here another table, which is admission. In its field name, let's have the admission ID, the student name, course name, and the admission date, as well as the admission fee. For the admission date, we have here the number. Alright. As you can see in the left side, we have our table. That would be all in creating our table.
Let's take a look of the relationships between the 6 tables, which are the student details, instructor details, class table, subject table, course table, and the admission table. Go to Database Tools, then choose Relationships. Select all the existing tables, then click the Add button. You can arrange it as you please. The relational diagram shows that the relationship between student details and admission is one-to-many, as well as the relationships between course and admission, course and class, class and subject, instructor and class, since an instructor can teach multiple classes.
Now let's try adding data to our table. Instructor's ID data type is set to auto-number data type. That's why it auto-filled the instructor's ID field. And it is also an auto-increment each time you add record. It increments to have a unique ID. And now to have the lists of names of instructors, instead of looking the record and typing their name manually, you can use comebacks as your display control. First, go to Data Typed and select Lookup and set display control to combo box. You should be taken to the Query Builder. Select the table Instructor Details and select Instructor ID field and follow this code to only show the last and first name of the instructor. And Do the same process with the course field and to the subject code and description field. Do the same process in the admission table. Add comebacks to the student name and to the course name field.
This is the time lapse on how we create and design our form. And this is all the form we make. First is the main form, student registration, the instructor's form, and the admissions form. And this is our database, and we will be showing you how it works. Just keep watching the following minutes of the video.